Decluttering isn't just about getting rid of stuff. It's about creating a process that feels manageable and sustainable and aligned with your long-term goals and visions. Decluttering can feel so overwhelming sometimes, like you're just shoving things around from one place to another and you're not even making any progress. If this sounds like you really want to avoid some of these common decluttering mistakes. In today's video, I'm going to be unpacking 4 of the most common decluttering mistakes I see and how you can avoid them so that you can create space for more intention and alignment within your life. Trust me, these tips will save you a lot of time, energy, and a whole lot less stress in your life. I'm Danni, former architect turned interior designer focused on bringing more mindfulness and intention into our homes for overall health and well-being. Welcome to day 6 of Holistic Home Updates Made Easy. I'm guiding you through simple but meaningful steps that you can take to refresh your home's energy as we begin the new year. You can pick this up at any time during any season your home needs a refresh, a reboot, or an update. Let's get into it. Listen, I come to you from a place of learned experiences, and I don't want to see you making the same mistakes that I have made. Keep it manageable. Don't try to take on too much. All that does is drains your energy and causes burnout. You're going to run out of steam and you're going to hate the project. That is not the vibe. Trust me, I know because I've been there. I've gone through stages when it's like I took all the clothes out, completely cleaned out the closet, put them in the room, and then I got to put the closet back, and then I wind up sleeping on top of all the clothes in my bed. Because I'm so tired. Or just put all the clothes on the floor and be like, I can't deal with this. Yeah, it's too much. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. It's not worth it. It's not healthy. What are you trying to prove? Who are you trying to prove it to? I feel like I see this from a lot of overachievers who be trying to do the most. Don't do it. Don't try to tackle everything at once. It's tempting to say, I'm gonna clean out the entire garage today. I'm gonna clean out my entire closet today. Don't do it. Create a plan. Break it down into small, actionable tasks. Focus on one area at a time. Set a time limit, 15, 20 minutes, maybe even an hour if you're feeling froggy, but like no more than that. Before having children, I would dedicate a whole weekend to decluttering out these big spaces. I got little kids, I don't have time for that anymore. I really don't. Make it actionable. This way you can build up momentum without getting burned out. Remember, decluttering is a marathon, it's not a sprint. It is a journey. It should be ongoing. It should be something that actually becomes natural and convenient and part of the daily maintenance and self-care of your home. Mistake number 2, falling off track. I get it. Life happens. Life be lifing. We fall off track. We get discouraged. We get burned out. You start strong. Things don't last. It's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. We're not falling back into those low vibe, self-sabotaging behaviors with the way that we're decluttering. We're coming from a place of love and abundance, and we're looking for where we're going, not back at the past. You haven't lost any progress. You just got to pick up where you left off. Even if it's weeks, even if it's months later, that's fine. Pick up the journey again, build up momentum, make small actionable steps, and keep it moving. There's no need for beating yourself up about it. So when you do fall off track, you want to remind yourself, what is the intention that you're bringing into your space? Once you're reminded of your intention, you're immediately going to want to do better and be better for that future version of yourself that wants that too. We're taking ourselves out of lack mindset It's not a thing anymore. It's not a struggle. It's a gift because you can work with your space to bring in more of what you want. You want to celebrate that and look back at what you already accomplished. Because if you're here with me, we are rewiring our brain to think about this in a much different way than we ever have before. And that takes deconditioning and reprogramming. And that's exhausting. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to rest. Don't beat yourself up about it. That's not what we're doing. You made it this far. You did it. Go you. I see you. All right. Let's go. Falling off track isn't a sign of failure. It's a pause. You gotta pause and reflect and get back on track. Restarting with love, kindness, and compassion for yourself. And then have love, compassion, and kindness for your home. Because y'all in a partnership now. If you made it to day 6 with me, you and your home are becoming partners. I want you to think about that. Mistake number 3. I've done this one too. I feel like, you know what? I've done all these mistakes. Learn from my past. You get excited. You're like, ooh, I'm going to go organize. And then what do you do next? You go and buy a whole bunch of baskets and bins for everything that you want to declutter. That sounds right. You're like, oh, I'm going to put a bunch of stuff in my pantry. And so I'm going to buy baskets for my pantry. You go to Container Store and you buy all these cute matching baskets for your pantry. I'm genuinely speaking from experience right now. Storage containers can be helpful, but first you have to organize whatever it is that you want to put into the storage containers, because the storage containers themselves will wind up as clutter because you haven't carefully planned for it. You might not have the right sizes for what you need. You know what I'm saying? You put a whole bunch of stuff in the basket, but that's not eliminating the clutter or really identifying what it is that you're holding on to and why it needs to be released and how you can have less of it. Storage containers are, man, they a trip because they're so appealing and they're so cute, and you have this vision you see in the magazine. You're like, ooh, I want my pantry to look like that. I keep going back to the pantry because it's specifically that for me. And it's like, it's a whole undertaking, and you really need to zone. We're going to talk about that in the coming videos, but like create zones for the things that you have. That way, when you're organizing them, then they're going to the right spots instead of just putting things into baskets and they're getting mixed up and it's a mess. It's still a mess. The ideal situation of when to bring in storage containers is after you've done the decluttering, after you've done the organizing, and you have the zones and the sections and you know what everything is, and then you can see visually what actually needs the space of the container that you need to put it in. You can't go buying containers for things that you don't even have a conception of what it is that you're containing. It just creates a big mess. Trust me, been there. Don't use containers as a quick fix for your clutter. Don't want to just hide things. Last but not least, try not to get tempted to declutter someone else's stuff. It's not going to end well. It's going to create tension. There's going to be guilt. It's going to be conflict. It's going to create conflict. So if you have family members or roommates that need to declutter their spaces, communicate with them. Tell them about what your goals are. Tell them about this new way of exploring things are. Invite them into this journey of yours. Try to spin it in a positive way, to not scare them, to not put them in scarcity that they have to lose all their things, because they're going to get defensive and then it's going to be chaotic. Set clear boundaries, especially if their belongings are impacting your space. If there are belongings in the shared areas, which are the kitchen, the living room, the dining room, or family rooms, any of those zones, then you can establish boundaries like, look, keep your stuff in your bedroom, or I'm going to throw them all into this box or basket. If you don't put your stuff away, this is what I'm going to do with it. Set a boundary so that they know what's happening. Then sometimes, everybody's not on the journey at the same time we are. Lead by example, mind your own business, keep up with your own decluttering habits. Don't match their energy. Eventually, they're going to see what you're doing and it's going to become a standard. And they're going to see the impact that it's having. And then it's going to hopefully give them some motivation to begin tidying up things a little bit more for themselves. If not, create a boundary that they have to keep that mess in their own space. Decluttering is a deeply personal process because of all the emotional attachments that we have with our things. So respecting other people's boundaries is really just as important as creating your own. Decluttering isn't just about creating a tidy home. It's about having mindful practices that are creating healthy habits and a mindset that supports our long-term goals and visions. If you're ready to take your home to the next level, my Homebody design process takes each one of these methods, helps you to create a plan that aligns your space with your energy, your goals, and your vision for a more intentional and mindful life. I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these decluttering mistakes have you made in the past, or have there been any others that you have encountered while decluttering yourself? Let me know in the comments. Decluttering isn't just about having less, it's about creating more space for the life we want to live with more clarity, more support, and more playfulness in our lives. You see what I did there? I brought my intentions back into the game. Always bring the intentions that we started with back into every step of the way. I hope today's tips resonate with you. I'd love to explore these topics deeper with you in my Homebody design program. And I will see you for day 7 of Holistic Home Updates Made Easy. And until then, be kind to yourself. We're making power moves one step at a time. Peace.